So here is the before of my model, and here is me now sectioning off the top of the haircut that hangs over, which is the disconnected section throughout the haircut. Now we're going to leave this section disconnected. So when the top hangs down over the sides, they're not going to blend, it's going to be disconnected, but you're going to have the length on top and the underneath nice and tight. So you can see me right here cutting the right side of the hair. I'm just basically cutting all of the hair nice and tight, as short as my fingers can go. And then we're going to take the hair down on the right side a little bit shorter using some scissor over comb. So I'm going to carry on cutting the hair from the right side using my fingers all the way to the center back. Once I get to the center back, then I'm going to stop and finish up the right side, and then of course I will go ahead and address the left side. So now one of the things that I'm going to do here is go through and start scissor over combing the hair even shorter than my fingers could take it, right? So I held the hair in my fingers and cut the hair as short as my fingers would allow. Now, being a guy, I typically have bigger hands, bigger fingers than most women. So if you have smaller fingers, then maybe you could take the hair a little bit shorter using your fingers than I can. But nonetheless, I wanted to take the hair down even tighter. So as you can see here, I'm doing some scissor over comb to take the sides down nice and tight. Trimmers in my hand, and as you can see, I'm just working around the hairline, and I'm gonna take these trimmers and work my way all around the hairline. You can see I'm doing around the ear right now, and then I'm gonna work my way to the back of the head where I will then do the neckline. So now that I've put the trimmers away, it is back to scissor over combing again. So I'm going to continue scissor over combing the rest of the right side. As you can see, I've already done the right side on the side of the head. Now I'm doing the scissor over comb on the back of the head. I'm going to work my way around the back, and then I will do some scissor over comb on the left side. Time to cut the left side of the head, and what I'm going to do first is I'm going to start off by cutting the left side as short as my fingers can take it, basically like I did on the right side. Once I've established that length, then I will address it further by scissor over combing wherever I feel like I want the length shorter. Lot to say here. I basically got done cutting the left side through my fingers, and I'm going through and just scissor over combing the hair a little bit tighter wherever I want to see the hair a little bit shorter. So now it is time to cut the length and the outline on the top by combing the hair straight down and establishing that outline on the side right above the ear. You can see I'm combing that outline in, and that is the overhang that's disconnected from the underneath. That is the disconnected part that we left longer. All right, now it is time to cut the top, and I'm going to go through and cut some squared layers in the top. I'm going to texturize the top like crazy. My model has a lot of hair, and if you got a lot of hair, you know what a lot of hair does. It's heavy and it hangs flat. So we're going to go through and texturize it, chipping in, establishing the nice square layers, removing a lot of the bulk so that when she goes to style and dress her hair, she can dress it with some texture on top so it doesn't just necessarily lay down flat. Now she can dress it flat if she'd like, but by going through and texturizing the top, she's going to have that option, that ability to dress it with texture if she chooses to. See, I've gone through and chipped up a lot of the top. I've also sliced out a lot of the hair, and I've texturized the top by removing a ton of the bulk. Now, we're coming down the home stretch, and we are going to wrap this haircut up by simply putting in some pomade, which you can see me doing right here. I'm dressing the hair with some pomade so that we can create that texture, that textured look up on top that we just went through and created by cutting in all that texture, by slicing through all that hair, removing all that bulk. When you have thick hair and it's heavy, it doesn't do a whole lot unless you make it do it. So in this particular case, we went through and removed a lot of the bulk by slicing through and texturizing so that we could have that versatility to wear the hair messy up on top, opposed to just having it lay down flat and heavy. All right. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this haircut. If you have any questions or comments, please don't forget to put them down in the comment section below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And I want to thank you guys so very much again for watching.